I need to buy the right camera, and I need to get the right script, and I need to plan it all out, and I need to make sure it's perfect. I'll record the video 92 times. What do you say to that person?
Forget all of that. It doesn't matter. So my first video ever shot on my iPhone, no background, no lighting, no nothing. I didn't have a microphone. And so we posted that. We made a sale the next day on TikTok. So just start posting. Forget about what people have to say. If people are going to think you look silly or whatever, just start posting.
Welcome back to the Medicare Sales Playbook, boys and girls. We appreciate you tuning in. And man, we've had some great podcasts lately. I have been encouraged from them, learned some stuff from them, even applying some of the stuff that I'm learning. I hope you are as well. That is always our goal. It's to help you expand your Medicare book one play at a time. And we always want to give you something that is applicable. Today, we're going to talk to somebody that is using a social media tool that I tried to stay away from because I'm old. There's going to be a short joke in there somewhere. You'll see why in just a moment. But I tried to stay away from it for as long as possible. But it is taking over. And if you're not using it, you are behind. And so today I asked Mr. Tim Smith with Smith. Help me out with the name of your company.
Smith Insurance Solutions.
Smith Insurance Solutions, SIS.
Yes.
I like it.
Somebody pointed out the other day that's actually stands for SIS. So we might need to change names.
No, just run with it, man. Yeah, I like it. So you have been getting a little bit of attention using social media, mostly TikTok. Mm-hmm. Why? Why did you go that route? Just to make old people like me complain, or?
So we were just looking for a way to have free marketing. So we went independent late last year. And so we needed something to, I guess we were getting money before. We needed something to bring in some leads that didn't cost anything. So,
yeah.
And it honestly has grown more than I expected it to. And we're seeing a lot more leads coming in than I ever thought would.
Yeah. So talk about how long you got in the business, how long you've been in the business, that kind of stuff. Give people a little background.
So
here.
I started back in 2020. 2019, I was at Evangel University. It's a local college here in Springfield, but playing basketball there, I always knew I was going to do insurance. I was kind of just waiting until, what was the right time. And so, because my brother's always been in it. And so went in and got in 2020, been doing it for the last 4 years. I was in LOA. It's from 2020 up until late last year. And so we finally made that change from going LOA to independent. And so about 4 years, 4.5.
Okay. Primarily Medicare?
Primarily Medicare. We do some life insurance and cross-selling annuities, but we mainly focus on Medicare.
So, see, if I hear you're going to use TikTok to reach out to Medicare recipients, my first thing I think is, people don't get on TikTok. That's a waste of time, right?
Yeah. It's crazy. So that's what we thought too. We had a lot of seniors reaching out, but what a lot of people don't think about is, the nieces, the nephews, the kids that handle their Medicare. Mm-hmm. So that's been huge too. People will reach out and say, hey, my mom's turning 65, my dad's turning 65, and we get that in with the kids versus the seniors.
Okay.
But there's still a ton of seniors on TikTok, surprisingly.
So now you start using TikTok and stuff like that, and I want to verify, like, when you say, because some people are saying, well, yeah, I've got a video with 12 views or whatever like that. Talk about how many views you are getting with what's the biggest number of views you've got on one TikTok?
So we've gotten probably 150,000. But we're averaging anywhere from 300,000 to 400,000 a month.
Wow.
Just on TikTok.
Just on TikTok.
TikTok. So,
okay. Now, how often are you posting? Now so when you do a video, right? You record a video. You're putting that on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Are you? Yep. What are you doing with it? How are you? So you're recording one video and then putting it to multiple platforms, right?
Yep. So every Monday. So my wife actually helps me as well. She just joined our agency, but every Monday from 9 to 12, we will do a bunch of shooting videos, and then she'll edit those. And then in the afternoon, I'll shoot another 8 to 10. So we shoot about 16 a month, all shorts. and we put those shorts out to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and then we'll shoot one long form a week and obviously put that on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, we definitely don't make different videos for every single platform. We put them all on each platform.
Okay. Now you are marketing to two different audiences, right? Mm-hmm. You're marketing to seniors that are looking for help with their Medicare, but you're also marketing to agents because you own an agency. How many agents do you guys have right now?
About 11, I think. Okay. We're adding 2 more next week, so we'll be up to 13.
Okay. How are you keeping those separate?
So we tried to experiment with doing them on our main page. Mm-hmm. We call it our client page, but we noticed that it's not the same because we didn't want our clients that we're potentially going to do business with seeing us training on sales and how to make sales and all that. So we ended up making another TikTok, another Instagram, all of that. And so we have 2 separate pages. We have a client one, which is educational, like, hey, how's Medicare work? All of this stuff. And then we also have one that's solely like, hey, what's the best CRM to use? How to get in front of more people? What leads to order? All kinds of stuff from the agent's perspective as well.
Okay. So you're doing 2 different platforms, stuff like that, and maintaining. Mm-hmm. How important is it to consistently put on? Like I see some agents' Facebook page and there's like, here's my wedding photo from 1974 and here's my first grandbaby. And those are the 2 posts. You know? Yeah. So why is that consistency so important?
Consistency is huge. That's probably what my advice would be to anyone trying to get into it would be consistency is the number one thing. Because, you think about anything. Consistent lead flow is obviously the best way that you can make sales consistently. And so posting consistently is by far the most important because you can get that. It kind of snowballs. It's a bunch of momentum that you can build, and that way also it's like when I sell somebody, they're still, since we're posting consistently, they're still going to see my face every single day, multiple times a day, and so that helps with client retention as well. But consistency with growth is top notch. It's the most important thing.
Not only that, you are giving the client something that has a share button right on it. Mm-hmm. So like you said, you may be sitting there and, I've seen you come across my page because I'm always looking at Medicare stuff and stuff like that. But that share button's right there. And if I sit there and think, oh yeah, Aunt Sylvia just said, I got to start looking into Medicare. It's as easy as bang, it's hers. Yep. And so referrals have been huge for you. Are you marketing specifically for referrals? Like, hey, put this to somebody you might know?
We do in some videos. Really speaking of referrals would be, we've gotten to the point where there's other people reaching out asking us if they can refer us to people. So we have random.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Is it okay?
Well,
no, I'll think about it.
I'll make an exception.
But we've got doctor's offices, we've got dentists, pharmacies in random states that have our business cards sitting on their counter. So referrals has been huge.
Wow.
So we still ask for them, but yeah.
And I do want to verify too, because people are like, okay, what's he writing 2 or 3 policies a month? What's your average month in Medicare?
Probably 25 to 30.
25, 30 apps a month.
On a good month, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad month. So you know what you're talking about. You're actually turning this into business. Okay, so I always want to give something applicable. You've got somebody out there right now that's like, I want to do TikTok or I want to do Instagram or all of it, but I need to buy the right camera and I need to get the right script and I need to plan it all out and I need to make sure it's perfect. I'll record the video 92 times. What do you say to that person?
Forget all of that. It doesn't matter. So my first video ever shot on my iPhone, no background, no lighting, no nothing. I didn't have a microphone. And so we posted that. We made a sale the next day on TikTok. So just start posting. Forget about what people have to say. If people are going to think you look silly or whatever, just start posting.
My favorite video, and I haven't seen all your videos, my favorite video is probably the one where you're getting ready in the morning.
I knew I'd catch some flack for that.
Yeah. You're combing your hair.
Yeah.
I think you're eating cereal or something like that.
And I was drinking coffee or something. Yeah.
Drinking coffee. Yeah. There was some slurping and stuff going on. But I stayed and watched. But those hit with people. Yeah. Why is that?
It's just you're being real. You know, people want to learn from real people and they want to watch videos from people that they relate to.
Yeah, you're not in a professional studio and no, you're just out there combing your hair and So that was awesome. So just get started.
Yeah.
Is the first video the hardest one you'll ever make?
Yes.
Talk about your first video and how it went and all that stuff.
Oh man, I did the 92 times, just trying to make it perfect. And I spent all day making one 90-second video. And I realized like, this is not going to work. So instead, it really changed on how I do all my videos. So a lot of people will try and get it perfect. We don't. So we will have a bunch of bullet points. We'll do one at a time, and then we'll edit it. So we're saying one sentence, pause, another sentence, pause, all the way through the whole video, and then we'll string them together because it goes quicker. And I'm still not the most confident on the camera anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's helped a lot.
Nice. So your wife's editing and learning all that. Now in a day, your wife, she's not, she does a great job. Don't get me wrong. It's going to sound like I'm saying something negative about her. I'm not. She doesn't have a degree in digital editing or anything like that, right?
Nope.
I hate the excuse of, well, I don't know how to do it, because today we can learn how to do anything. How did she learn to do editing and all that stuff?
She's been around me, and if I don't know something, I will, Gary Vee is one of my favorite guys. He says, if you study something for 40 hours, you'll be an expert. And so she's just studied it. I've shown her how to do it. We've just watched YouTube videos on how to edit, how to find a platform to edit with. And so, just self-teach yourself. It's not hard.
Okay.
Anyone can do it.
So we've got down, just do it, right? Nike was onto something. And then learn how to do it by watching other people that have done it. Mm-hmm. What are some hooks that you have learned? When I say hook, the lead of the video that you've learned that worked, some that you learned this didn't work?
Yeah. I think, anything that's a pain point, if you can put yourself in their shoes and you can really, take a step back and realize there's someone on the other end that needs to hear this. Anything that's like, for example, people are worried about drug coverage right now. We just put out a video yesterday. The first part was, hey, are you worried about paying, or I don't remember what we said, but, drug coverage is changing forever next year, or, it's changing completely as we know it. So just finding those pain points in your ideal market and your ideal audience, and just finding ways to word things that are, grabbing attention.
So you're asking a question.
Yeah, we'll ask a question. Sometimes we'll make a statement like, hey, if you know this, and I'll point behind me to the whiteboard, if you know this, you'll know more than 99% of all seniors that are already on Medicare. So just a statement that's like, knocks them back a little bit and they're interested.
Okay. So then you've got them interested. You're shooting a short, so you're not giving the full detail right there. Are you leading them to a call to action?
Yes. So in every single one of our videos at the end, so we built out a Medicare enrollment guide and an annuity guide. And so at the end of every single video, I'll just say, hey, if Medicare is confusing or if you're having a hard time understanding it, click the Get Offer button down below. I'll send you a free copy of our Medicare enrollment guide. Has been our number one thing. So people apply for that. It's got my name blasted all over it, my phone number, our address, my calendar link. And those are really how we're getting so many appointments.
It's a digital guide.
Digital PDF, if you will.
Okay. Very nice. So they get that call to action. You're establishing credibility. Mm-hmm. And then I'm assuming you're following up saying, hey, I would love to answer any questions you may have or something like that.
Yep.
Are you doing any other type of marketing right now, or is that primarily what you're doing?
It's like 80%. We're not doing a whole lot.
That is incredible.
Maybe one seminar a month. And even then we're starting to slow down because of AEP. So
that's incredible. That is awesome. Okay. So what's next? What do you want to expound into next in the social media world? What do you want to do to grow it?
I want to grow Instagram. I want to grow YouTube. We started YouTube for solid probably 2 months. We're up to like 500 subscribers. So nothing crazy, but we really want to get into the retirement setting. So we started 2 months ago. My brother, I walked into his office and he's like, hey, the amount of views that you're getting, you're kind of dumb for not talking about annuities and retirement.
Something only a brother can say.
Yeah, like he was big brother in that moment.
Yeah, it's a compliment. Listen, you're a moron because you're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But he told me we should be doing annuities. And so 8 weeks ago, about 2 months ago, we put out our first video. We've put out maybe 4 or 5 of our annuities, and we've already met with over $6 million in annuity production. So that is a massive market that I want to break into.
From a kid on TikTok. And I call you a kid lovingly, but man, like
it's nuts.
That's incredible. I love how you have not let, because there's people love to be negative, right? Not our group, but some people love to be negative. You've not let the negativity get to you. How do you, because I'm sure you're getting some negative comments. What do you do with those? How do you handle them?
I'm the type of guy, if someone tells me, why are you doing that? Or that's, silly, whatever, I want to prove them wrong. And so when I first started,
fuel.
I put 2 videos out and I had someone laugh at me saying that's never going to work. And so I use that as fuel for every single day. When I don't want to make a video, I do it anyway.
Wow.
So I like to prove people wrong, I guess.
Okay. I love that. Now, so when you're talking about getting content, are you copying other people? I love, you talk to Cody, he says, copy, man. Find out what works and copy it.
On YouTube, yes, there's some people that we really like and we look up to their content. So yeah, we'll copy their thumbnail or copy their title is a big thing that Cody says. So we'll do that on YouTube. On TikTok, no. We've found kind of a I guess, type of video that works consistently every time. So we'll just put out our own content there. But YouTube, yes. YouTube is kind of a harder.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out. So.
I don't think a lot of people are doing what you're doing on YouTube. I'm sorry, on TikTok.
On TikTok, no. It's crazy as it seems because we've only been doing it for about a year. We're like the 6th or 7th biggest Medicare account anywhere. And we've been doing it for a year. So
that is great.
It's a huge opportunity.
Well, and in a day when everybody's doing everything, guys, if you're listening and you're not saying, okay, I'm going to start doing that, you're crazy. Because when you say, I've been doing it for a year and I'm the 5th or 6th largest, man, I'll be the 20th largest. That's fine.
Yeah.
Get out there and make it happen and start doing it. So now, after a year, surely you have went out and bought the nicest camera and the mics and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I'd like to say so, but no. We still shoot on our iPhone. I've still got the same wireless mic. It goes into my USB-C plug-in, and we rock and roll with that. I was just talking about your setup here. It's way more complex than what we're doing.
So you're thinking I'm doing it wrong here.
Yeah, right? You got these fancy lights and everything.
Yeah. But no. And I asked that question knowing that I love that, people just, man, they let themselves get in the way. They're like, I can't because I don't have this or this or this. Shoot it on a friggin' flip phone, right? So whatever. Just get out there and keep going. Now, have you looked back at your first video and cringed a little bit?
Yes. And the first video I put out, Cody Haskins happened to see it. So that was like the first one he saw. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I say a lot. I pause a lot. Like there's a fuzzy noise in the background. I'm like,
but that's okay.
Terrible. But it's where you need to start. And then you're always going to get better.
If anybody can ever figure out a way to start in the middle, do it. But until then, start at the start. Start at the beginning. Just get out there and do it.
You got to start somewhere.
Okay. Somebody wants to, now you are still looking for agents, right?
Yeah.
And you're training agents to do what you do, right? Get them on TikTok. Are your agents starting to do it and get on TikTok and do stuff like that?
They are. I'm looking to take over TikTok with all of our agents. So take over TikTok. That would be so cool. So I want a life insurance guy. I want an annuity guy. I want everything. So
that is incredible. So if you hear that, he's looking for you. Yeah, like he wants the next guy. So if you're the annuity guy, you need to reach out to him. He'll show you how all his stuff, and you guys can compare it. So where do people find you if they want to reach out?
You can text me, email me, whatever.
So what's your handle on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff?
I should know that. If you just look up Tim Medicare on TikTok, we'll pull up. You'll find us there.
It's Tim the Medicare Man.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Tim the Medicare Man and stuff. We'll put your information here. Make sure we get that to Adam, and we'll put all your information, all your handles, stuff like that. Well, Tim, thank you very much for being on.
Thanks for having me.
This is good stuff. You guys, I've known Tim, how long have I known you?
7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years now. So when he was like 8. So through high school and stuff like that. Heck of a basketball player, and just turned it into, he's always taken that passion to the next level. And man, whatever he set out to do, he's done a great job with it. So thank you for being on. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and let us know if you start doing TikTok, share those with us, man. We'll share them out on our platform and stuff. Share your videos, Instagram, put them in the comments. We would love to see what you guys are doing. We want to hear comments. We want to hear questions, and we want to see you guys grow and help you succeed. That is our passion. So be sure and like, subscribe, share all that stuff. And I want to thank Adam in the booth for making us look good as always. He made Tim look extra tall today. But appreciate you guys. We will see you next week on the Medicare Sales Playbook.